I think it's obviously the narrative right now, which a little bit is fair, just in terms of our zone attack not being good enough and not get into it well enough. In that regard, my biggest issue was the turnovers. Whether it took us a little bit to get into some sort of flow against it or not, that's going to happen when teams are throwing different defenses at you. But you just can't live with the turnovers. I think we turned over 7 times, against the zone. So that was the biggest issue on that side of the ball. Really, in the big picture after watching it again, that needed to be better. But really, our second half defense was not good enough. That at the end of the day, when you give up 51 points, you're just not going to give yourself a great chance to close out the game. Now, some of it, like we talked about after the game, we've got to do a better job of defending without fouling. We can't let teams get to the line 22 times in a half, and that's been a little bit of our issue in these losses on the road. We play well in the first half, pretty equal, and then the second half we send them to the line, and now the game just sways, and they're able to set up their defense, set up their zone. So coming away from it, there's always going to be stuff to improve on offensively, but we're very good offensively. We still scored 1.13 points per possession on Saturday on the road against a really, really good defense. So overall, I'm fine with that. We just have to do a better job in the second half of defending, especially away from home. Obviously, we're striving to be the best team we can possibly be. And, we've obviously made big strides over the last couple of months and went from a team that people didn't know, would be, what we could be. And now we're safely in the tournament playing for seeding. And it's like we've won 9 out of our last 12. And all 3 of those losses, we had double-digit leads. So we're very close to, playing really, really, really good ball. So I try to keep that in perspective as well, and I'm really pleased with what this team's done. And, if the biggest thing we're complaining about is that, we haven't been able to close out some leads, I can live with that. And I need to do a better job of getting us there. But big picture-wise, I think we're in a really good spot and have a great chance to finish out this week really strong and then go to Nashville in a neutral court, which, excites me for our group to be able to play in that type of environment. So, perspective is important. I think for us, just like everybody, we want to be the best we can be and win all the games. And I think, we're getting close to that. We're not there yet. And hopefully, really this week, especially, we can take some steps towards being a more complete team.
Isn't that what happens, though, the better you get?
Yeah, absolutely.
People start nitpicking and expecting more, and we're never satisfied.
No, and nor am I, and nor is our staff. And I think it's a fine line, though, between not being satisfied and understanding the areas in which we can improve. And that was the biggest takeaway out after South Carolina for us, really, was, I think we led for 25 minutes again or whatever, and kind of let that thing get tight. They took it at the end, but we had 2 things, one on each side of the ball, that were in our opinion clear that we can improve upon moving forward. So it's not like we're playing the best we could possibly play, and we're just falling a little short. We're playing very well. We're in every game we're playing, and when we do fall short, there seems to be some certain things that we can clean up to get better.